The majority of Taiwan's energy is imported. The new FDD report suggests relying on Chinese allies might pose a risk to Taiwan's energy security. How does Taiwan shape its natural gas import policy?
It has always treated energy supply as an economic rather than a national security issue. Prior to 2022, Taiwan's third largest LNG supplier was Russia. I think the fact that Taiwan was dependent on Russian energy is certainly an indication of the economic considerations rather than the geostrategic and political ones. But I think that's going to have to change. Certainly, we see that there's increasing public attention to the potential consequences of a blockade or an attack by China. So I think if you think about it, provision of energy is one of the most fundamental public goods that a government and utilities can provide. So the government's inability to provide it is really an indication of regime failure. So I think a blockade, energy disruption would certainly be a justification for Beijing to use force to compel unification. So that's why it's so important for Taiwan to get its energy security and its energy resilience correct, and not just think of energy as a purely economic problem. So instead of purchasing from the supplier with, say, the lowest price or the shortest transportation time, then I think Taiwan now has to increasingly consider broader national security relationships.
Will additional deals with the United States or other unofficial allies help secure Taiwan's energy supply?
So for the last 3 years, the U.S. has been providing an increasing amount of LNG to Taiwan on long-term contracts, and reportedly, Taiwan is in discussion with U.S. businesses to increase the capacity for the U.S. to export more LNG to Taiwan, and I think that's a very positive development. It certainly is in line with Taiwan's security requirements, it's certainly in line with the political objectives of the Trump administration, so that'll further and deepen the U.S.-Taiwan economic and security relationship.
Are there any realistic steps Taiwan can take to boost its energy security?
I think the August 23rd referendum that failed to pass indicated that there's very strong public support for nuclear power in Taiwan. About 75% of the voters supported it. So I think nuclear power is really a very, very elegant solution for Taiwan's energy security. It does a couple of things for Taiwan. It enhances energy resiliency and security. It's in line with Taiwan's climate goals. It creates a steady base load that complements wind and other renewable energy sources that can be irregular based on wind or solar. And nuclear energy is a pretty mature technology, and the reactor designs that Taiwan has used historically have proven to be very safe. And I think also very important is that Taiwan has the human capacity, the human capital and expertise to benefit from nuclear energy.